I seek to learn and share with you my own journey and path of learning and understanding on the level I am. The interpretation and views are my own. The Madman, My Friend by Kahlil Gibran. My friend, I'm not what I seem. Seeming is but a garment I wear, a care-woven garment that protects me from thy questionings and free from my negligence. The I in me, my friend, dwells in the house of silence, and therein it shall remain forevermore, unperceived, unapproachable. I would not have thee believe in what I say nor trust in what I do, for my words are naught but thy own thoughts in sound and my deeds thy own hopes in action. When thou sayest, the wind bloweth eastward, I say, it doth blow eastward, for I would not have thee know that my mind doth not dwell upon the wind but upon the sea. Thou canst not understand my seafaring thoughts, nor would I have thee understand. I would be at sea alone. When it is day with thee, my friend, it is night with me, yet even then I speak of the noontide that dances upon the hills and of the purple shadow that steals its way across the valley, for thou canst not hear the songs of my darkness nor see my wings beating against the stars, and I fain would not have thee hear or see. I would be with night alone. When thou ascendest to thy heaven I descend to my hell, even then thou callest to me across the unbridgeable gulf, my companion, my comrade, and I call back to thee, my comrade, my companion, for I would not have thee see my hell. The flame would burn thy eyesight and the smoke would crowd thy nostrils. And I love my hell too well to have thee visit it. I would be in hell alone. Thou lovest truth and beauty and righteousness, and I for thy sake say it is well and seemly to love these things. But in my heart I laugh at thy love. Yet I would not have thee see my laughter. I would laugh alone. My friend, thou art good and cautious and wise, nay, thou art perfect, and I, too, speak with thee wisely and cautiously. And yet I am mad. But I mask my madness. I would be mad alone. My friend, thou art not my friend, but how shall I make thee understand? My path is not thy path, yet together we walk, hand in hand. My Friend from the Madman by Kahlil Gibran is one of the most raw, intimate, and hauntingly beautiful expressions of inward solitude, invisible suffering, and the paradox of human connection. This piece reveals the sacred loneliness of the self, the part that no one sees, not even those we call friend. Let's break it down together, layer by layer, as a philosopher, a psychologist, and a soul walking its own night journey. The Madman, My Friend, Analysis. 1. Seeming is but a garment I wear. My friend, I am not what I seem. Right away, Gibran pierces through the illusion of identity. The speaker wears a mask, not for deception, but for protection. Seeming is a cloak woven from fear of judgment, of being misunderstood, of exposing one's tender truth. Philosophical view, identity is performance. What you see is not the essence. Psychological view, this is the persona, a carefully crafted layer between the world and the authentic self, Carl Jung. Reflection, this aligns deeply with INFJ energy, reserved, protective of inner truth, but always sensing more beneath the surface. 2. The I in me dwells in the house of silence. The true self is invisible, untouchable, and sacred. Gibran implies that even he cannot fully articulate this I. This is not loneliness. It is holy solitude. This is not shame. It is soulhood. This could be your superpower, the part of you that deeply feels and intuits but can't always explain it to others. 3. When thou sayest, I say, for I would not have thee know that my mind dwelleth not upon the wind but upon the sea. This passage is a masterclass in compassionate concealment. The speaker mirrors the friend to maintain connection, even when their hearts dwell in different worlds. Symbolism, O wind, shallow, surface level concerns. O sea, deep emotional and existential thoughts. Psychological insight, sometimes we pretend to agree, not out of cowardice, but to preserve peace, to avoid the pain of explaining something no one else could understand. 4. I would be with night alone. The speaker carries a personal darkness, and not only hides it, protects it. The night is not something to escape, it is something to belong to. Songs of my darkness and wings beating against the stars reflect a mystic suffering, beautiful, wild, and completely individual. Gibran's message, some parts of the soul can only be lived through, not shared. Spiritual reflection, your own inner world, your questions, visions, feelings, might be too vast or too sacred to always explain. That's not isolation, it's devotion to the truth within. 5. I love my hell too well to have thee visit it. This line is staggering. Most people want their suffering witnessed. Gibran's Madman chooses the opposite. He cherishes his darkness, not because he enjoys suffering, but because it is his own. Hell equals the soul's furnace, the secret crucible of becoming. And the flame would burn thy eyesight, he withholds not to deceive, but to protect the friend. This reveals a profound compassion, even in suffering, the madman shields others from the intensity of his truth. 6. I laugh alone. I mask my madness. I would be mad alone. The irony, to avoid burdening the friend with his truth, he hides his laughter, his madness, even his joy. In this, he is utterly alone. This loneliness is chosen. Not out of rejection, but love, and perhaps resignation that no one can truly walk the inner path but the self. 7. Thou art not my friend. Yet together we walk, hand in hand. The final paradox. The friend is not a true friend, not because of malice, but because the speaker's truth is unreachable. Yet they still walk together, hand in hand. This is the great contradiction of being human. We are together. Yet we are alone. We are known. Yet we remain unseen. We are loved. Yet not always understood. Summary table line, image, deeper meaning, garment of seeming equals social mask worn to shield the soul, house of silence equals the sacred inner self, beyond language, sea versus wind equals depth versus surface, inner world versus outer conformity, night and wings equals inner darkness that fuels spiritual ascent, hell as sanctuary equals personal suffering embraced as sacred space, laughter alone equals joy kept private to preserve its truth, hand in hand but not aligned equals physical closeness without spiritual union. Reflection, where in your life do you wear a garment of seeming? Who walks hand in hand with you, yet cannot see your night, your sea, your hell? Which parts of your darkness do you protect, not out of shame, but out of love? Do you long to be seen, or have you made peace with being unseen? Thank you for sharing in my journey.